We're talking to animals now. It's freaking amazing, dude. I'm so bored. I'm tapping into the animal brain. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about intermittent boredom. All right, you probably heard of intermittent fasting. And so this is just a model. This is going to be a model to help us bring on more boredom in our life. If you're confused, stay tuned. I'm going to explain it. If you want a better rundown, check out the video from yesterday called How Boredom is the Secret to Winning in the Modern World. So, intermittent fasting, many of you know, you fast for about 12 to 16 hours. Now, what ends up happening is when you fast for a period of time, your body starts to scrub itself clean from these toxins, these dead cells, things that it doesn't need. It begins to discard it. It gets it out, all right? And this is a process called autophagy, okay? It also will help you tap into a different fuel source, such as ketones, when you fast long enough, once your body burns through all the glucose. And it's a beautiful thing when you think about how that can apply to our brains when we go with prolonged periods of time without stimulus. So I'm going to call this intermittent boredom just so that you have a model to go off of on how to approach this. Because you see many YouTubers, me included in the past, have made stuff on dopamine fasting and going a period of time without stimuli and these dopamine, these activities. But what I find is that our modern world has these technology devices that are so intertwined with our lives, so ingrained within our lives, that it's almost as essential as food at this point. I mean, our phones are symbiotic. Like, they are a part of us. They're not going anywhere. And so you can choose to go for a period of time without it, but it is essential for a lot of us. And so if these things are going to be in our life, well, then we have to figure out ways to live strategically with these. And so this is a modern problem which requires a modern solution and modern strategy. So let's introduce intermittent boredom, which I believe is best looked at by fasting from any sort of screens, from any sort of TV, music, videos, phone screens of any kind for 12 to 16 hours. Okay, now I recommend that you turn off the phone at 10 p.m. every night, and then I would push back turning your phone on unless you absolutely have to until 12 p.m. So 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. the next day. All right, that is 14 hours. If you want to push it until 10 to 2, that is going to be 16 hours on the dot. All right, so a few of the benefits that I will quickly give to you guys is that it is improving your sleep. It will improve your sleep. Part of the reason a lot of us have trouble going to sleep at night is because we didn't give our brains time to address anxieties throughout the day. So we constantly avoided going within and working these things out, scrubbing our minds clean of all the excess junk, putting things into place, filing data in its place. And then at the end of the day, we can just go to sleep, lay down. A lot of us were constantly distracted, so when our heads hit the pillow, we're bombarded by images, anxieties about the future, because the rest of the day wasn't spent in this mind wandering, this thinking things through, strategizing, and so forth. So the next one is a deeper sense of appreciation for life. They say that hunger is the best spice. You know, when you're hungry, dude, when I'm hungry, ramen noodles look really freaking good. You know, SpaghettiOs look really freaking good. When you're really hungry, you'll eat anything. Same with boredom. Boredom is its own form of motivation. It's its own form of motivation. And you'll find that boredom is the best spice for a good life. All right? And you'll find that it doesn't take much to live a good life, as Marcus Aurelius said in Meditations. Living a good life is simple. You only need a few things, and life is going to provide you many joyous opportunities, many pleasures. The sun, going on walks, reading a simple book, hanging with a loved one, having sex, lifting weights, eating a delicious meal, cooking for yourself, raising children, taking care of yourself, raising pets, growing crops. These are all simple things that provide a meaningful life, all right? The next thing is days seem longer, okay? Days seem longer, more meaty, because there is more novel experience when you're present. Okay, when you're constantly checking the phone, when you're constantly in a virtual world, when you're constantly having someone else's music pump into your ears or someone else's podcast on, you have very little novel experiences. A lot of the stuff we do is habitual, so it's the same. And so the days pass by in a haze, and you're like, where's the time gone? All right. I started jiu-jitsu later last year, and I'm telling you, this year has gone by so slow. But many people have said, man, this years flew by. For me, it was a very novel experience, introduced me to being a noob again, and adapting this mindset of getting off the phone, giving my mind time to be bored, to introspect, to wander, has made the day seem a lot longer, more enjoyable, and again, more meaty. Like, there's more meat to them. Like you see, like went on the walk, pet a little bunny rabbit. It's a beautiful experience. I don't even know if I would have noticed that bunny rabbit unless I was completely off my phone. Okay, so that's it, man. That's it. The next thing is mental acuity, all right? Your sharpness, your tact, your vocab, your wit will increase the more that you tap into this brain that you have. It is immensely powerful. And then, so just like fasting, when you go prolonged periods of time without food, what you end up doing is tapping into this energy, this fat, these ketones. The same thing with the mind. When you go for prolonged periods of time without stimuli, your brain begins to tap into a different mode of thinking. Maybe it taps into the subconscious. I don't think people study this too much. This is all just a theory, but I know it to be true because it's like instinctual. Okay, it's part of me. I just know, and I think many of you kind of perk up hearing this because there's something to that. There's something to getting back to our natural instincts, to what nature created us. It didn't create us to be absorbed in the digital realm, okay? And so what we're facing these days is like the Matrix. You have the machines, the AI, the algorithms against the humans. And the humans are weak. The humans are, they're easily persuaded. They're easily swayed from the narrow path. And the algorithm is so good, and what is created is so addicting. And so it's like being a monkey. We're all apes at the end of the day, okay? We're all apes, and it's like being dropped inside of a carnival. And you're trying to avoid all these dumb games, and you end up playing the games, and they're not even that fun. It's just because you're a monkey see, monkey do. So everything is provided for you in this carnival. Come, hey, step right up. Give me $5 million money. Give me $5 million. Buy this popcorn, buy this cotton candy. Oh, take your little ball and throw it at the freaking clown in dunk take. And you just sign up and you're spending all this money and you're doing all this shit. Oh, look at these pretty dancing monkeys in the cage, Let's go over there in the cage and fucking look at these butt-ass naked monkeys and it's like, dude, put the monkey back in nature because it has basic instincts that need to be satiated in order for it to be happy, all right? And your brain, it needs time away from this freaking carnival of life. It needs to be unplugged in order to tap into its full potential, in order to be what you were meant to be, in order to get closer to what this whole thing is, God, all right? This presence, this immense wisdom that is out there, this knowing, this energy. And that leads me to the king energy, which is get to know the contents of your head, okay? Your mental environment. When you get to know yourself, when you get to understand your motivations, what makes you tick, your traumas, why do you get angry when someone says this, and then you actually begin to understand that, and now you lose the anger and you stop emotionally reacting and being someone that is driven by emotions. You become a king. You're the king of the monkeys. You become a king and you embody the king energy in your own body, all right? And it comes forth, it shines bright, man, and it feels really good. The next thing is strategy, goal setting, and action, all right? So part of the reason you want to be bored is because it lets your master strategist come into play. It lets you begin to look at your life. Okay, it lets you set up the dominoes. It lets you know which domino you need to flick to get the chain going. It lets you set goals that are actually important from you instead of being like 99% of people that never have any goals, that are just sort of waking up 9 to 5. They're hoping and praying that they win the lotto, that some good fortune comes across them, that they'll get lucky enough, that they'll meet the right person. When you are free to let your mind roam and to create, then it can actually be creative. A lot of times, guys, we don't even dream big because We don't dream anymore. We're not thinking about a better life. We're so consumed with a habitual life that has been sort of handed to us, and we just make do. We sort of mistake happiness for contentment, or we mistake contentment for happiness. And a lot of us are suffering. We're paying the consequences because we don't strategize. We don't set goals. We don't think about what we want, write down what we want, and then take action on what we want to get those things, all right, to make your life better. And so we put ourselves in these cages. We limit ourselves. We're consumed by fear, where we think that, I can't do that. I can't do that. Listen, half of the part of doing anything, 50% of accomplishing something, having success, is just freaking trying. I'm telling you, 99% of people never try. They have good ideas. They never implement on those ideas, okay? 50% is just trying, thinking that you can, being a little bit of an optimist, and then going for it. And there's potholes along the way, right? But you don't get hung up on the potholes, okay? You don't get too stressed over the potholes. You fix your fucking tire, your axle's not broken, you keep freaking going towards the goal, all right? And that's that, all right? Next thing is completion of necessary tasks will become much easier, all right? You'll water the plants. See the plant over there? You'll do the dishes. You'll clean up. You'll do basic things. You'll keep your house tidy. You'll do things that reinforce this state of feeling good and just like you got your shit together, because you don't let things go because you're constantly distracted. The simple things in life that need to be taken care of will be taken care of because you just get up and do it. Like, boredom causes you to want to clean. It causes you to want to put things in order, all right? And the next thing, we're going to just cut out the benefits from there. Here's, when we fast, our body scrubs itself clean of waste, toxins, and dead cells. This is called autophagy. In the same way, when the mind is fasted from focused attention, it is free to scrub away unwanted thoughts, trauma, and anxiety, all right? So that's really it, dude. Intermittent boredom, okay? Intermittent boredom. Unfocused attention. You're not giving your brain something to focus on. No screen, no text, no email, unless essential. If you want to listen to an audiobook, fine. But guess what? Try going without an audiobook. Try going without books for as soon as you get bored, just open up a book. Oh, but a book's better. The books can confuse you too if you read too many books. All right? So have some time alone without anything. It's going to change your life. All right? So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Intermittent boredom. I'm turning off at 10. And then I'm starting, I'll probably turn it back on around 2 p.m. All right, 12 to 2 p.m. I think that's a great schedule. So give that a shot. I'll see you guys soon.